Hi everyone, welcome to I'm a Recruiter podcast. I'm your host and host Prafula Deori. I'm a Recruiter is not just a community, it is a place to inspire people or anyone who needs a little motivation in their life. Here we share real stories of people just like you and me who have faced failures, doubts, tough times, but keep going on their own terms and they have achieved success on their own way. If our podcast brings a little inspiration to you or anyone you know, show us some love by liking, sharing, commenting, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you never miss any episode of ours. A big thanks to Vanta Hire, your AI powered recruitment partner, for supporting I'm a Recruiter podcast. To reach them, you can visit www.vantahire.com or you can email them hello@vantahire.com. So let's keep learning, growing, and make difference together. On today's episode of I'm a Recruiter, we are thrilled to welcome GS Kumar, a career coach, resume strategist, LinkedIn trainer, and the host of Job Talks podcast. So GS, welcome to I'm a Recruiter podcast. We are really excited to have you in our podcast. Thank you so much. Just to talk a little bit about JS, right? JS have more than 20 plus years of experience in the recruitment and career transformation. GS Kumar have helped more than 1,000 plus professionals to crack interviews across different companies, rebrand their profiles in LinkedIn and other places as well. And he is not just a coach, he's a community builder, a corporate trainer, a Quora influencer with over 3 lakh views, a certified resume whisperer with knack of storytelling and job market decoding. Today, we are diving into his inspiring journey from working in a recruitment firm to building his own personal brand powerhouse and hearing his unfiltered views on the current job market, hiring trends, and the role of AI in reshaping how we hire and get hired. Buckle up, friends. Today is all packed with gold. So, once again, welcome, yes, and thank you so much for your time.
First and foremost, huge congratulations for your community and building huge volume of people for a recruiter community because HR and recruitment community is something where it's an invisible work and thankless job, as you know that. So building community for creating those visibility and opportunities is a huge applause to be done. First of all, congratulations for that, and super excited to be part of your hosting part of this podcast as well, wherein I have seen a lot of people sharing their viewpoints, and being a part of a guest for this particular podcast is something I feel like a celebrity. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much for your kind words. So, Jess, if you can quickly tell about your current work, what you are doing, and what kind of difference you are making in current world, like what kind of things you have been doing in the industry currently.
So I serve three different ideal clients. First one is mid-career to CXO job professionals who are looking for a job change. So I do a job hunt done for you service, meaning I develop leadership resume, repositioning, re-strategizing them for the current job market. Because as you know, a lot of people have old resume which is not synchronizing to the new hiring pattern or hiring expectations. So a mid-career and leadership profile are someone who has got huge experience and hands-on experience and skill, but they were not able to articulate better to the current market need. So coming from a recruitment background, I understand what market is looking for, and accordingly I reposition them and rebrand them. Plus my uniqueness in terms of this particular strategy is I help them in getting the interviews from the non-advertised job market, wherein people like you and me, we headhunt profiles on LinkedIn and Naukri. Many of the people are keep on applying to the jobs, so
Yes.
that's where the blind spot is there. So my first vertical is purely to the mid-career to CXO level job seekers who are looking for a job change. I help them. Secondly, I work with MSMEs and startups who are looking for international clients and investors. So I help them branding, positioning their LinkedIn profile to attract the right investors and international clients across the world. And third is LinkedIn and recruitment workshops for recruiters and sales team who can optimize their LinkedIn, X-ray search, Boolean search. The complete recruitment end-to-end recruitment training is what I handle because, as you know, most of the HR people, they come from a different background, because HR is something where you don't have any prerequisite of certification or any other thing. So anybody who's from a different background can join as a recruiter, but that's not enough, right? So if we have to give a very productive output as a recruiter, we should have that strong skills which is required for recruitment. So I do the recruitment and LinkedIn training for L&D people and corporates who are looking for those kind of things. So these are the three major verticals I'm into.
And if someone want to connect with you, how they can reach out to you?
My LinkedIn is always 24 bar 7. So I treat that as a online office, global office. So anybody who's looking for, maybe they can search Google GS Kumar, and my website and my LinkedIn profile, my top mat link, everything is available. And they can connect. And my website name is gskumarcompany.com. So therein all the details are already available. So they can book a call and then fix a meeting for whatever challenges, pain points they have.
Perfect. Great. So, to our audience, if you need any kind of help from GS Kumar in terms of LinkedIn or rebranding your profile or job hunt or any kind of help you need, feel free to reach out to him. He's a great coach. He's very friendly. He's happy to help and happy to connect as well. Great, JS. So, moving to a little bit about your past, right? As a audience, right? They might not know who exactly JS Kumar is. If you can give us quick brief about your past, like where are you from and what kind of education background you had and what kind of job career you have started and then what happened next.
Beautiful. So, as everybody, I started this BSc Computer Science during my 2000s when I was a college student, because IT was booming that particular time, and a lot of people forced me to get into computer science without my interest. So I got into computer science with the 50-50 interest level. Then my passion was into getting into business. So I wantedly moved to MBA graduation. So where I forced my parents to get into MBA. And 2004, I completed MBA and I started as a IT recruiter in Coimbatore. So I belong to Coimbatore, and my father is a defense man, Air Force man. So my born and brought up is like in Jammu and Delhi and those areas, but we shifted to Coimbatore because of the nativity and all that. So first 10 years is purely IT recruitment and non-IT recruitment, sales recruitment in executive search firms and staffing firms in Coimbatore. So where I got a great grounding towards recruitment, people management, client management, the entire grounding of multiple industry. I got that grounding, because as you know, recruitment teaches every single day with a lot of people, industry, the kind of terminologies they use. So that was a great learning about first 10 years. And Coimbatore, as you know, it's a tier 2 city. I didn't had much of elevation in my career. So there I decided to move to Bangalore. So Bangalore was very kind enough to welcome me with opportunities like Wipro. So Wipro, I joined in the leadership hiring team, where I handled the infrastructure, legal, and IT vertical, part of the legal leadership hiring panel also, whereas I was interviewing people. Then I moved on to Manipal Global Education, their corporate office. I'm part of a talent acquisition team, handling 5 different units, hiring about 40 to 50 mandates every single month. So I was handling with the team. The transition to job to a business happened because of my father's death due to that time 2016, where I have to resign my job and take care of him during that very terrible time. So I resigned my job and went to my native and take care of him. And after 3 months he passed away, and then I came back and started looking for jobs. So I was keep on attending interviews after interviews, because I know how to develop interviews for myself through Naukri and LinkedIn. But somewhere the synchronization was not happening. Maybe CTC is not falling right, or JD is not matching. Some of the other things was not at all matching, and I was very frustrated. So, but if today if I'm looking at, that was a blessing for me, because since I didn't get a job only, I started my business. So after 2-3 months for survival, I started my own. No other reason. It's not a planned startup. So where for my own survival, I started building profiles for resume, LinkedIn for job seekers who are struggling like me. Since as a recruiter, you'll know what are the struggles available, right? So to fix those issues, I started working on that, and God has been very kind enough to elevate my business journey. And now, like 9 years, we have got good number of client base, and I increased vertical after vertical every single year. Where I moved on to job, to business, and corporate training. Every single year, I introduced new vertical. So that was very blessing to me. So that's the whole crux of the backstory.
Good to know. So generally, if someone is from army or air force background, their parents would prefer his or her child to become or go to the same similar background. Did something similar happen to you as well? Your parents wanted you to go in that direction, or it was completely your own decision?
It was a blessing again because I was not forced to anything. It was my own decision to get into multiple directions. So they were kind enough to accommodate and allow me to get into the right direction. But since IT was booming at that time, like 2000, during those areas, they suggested me to take computer science, but I was not so keen into computer science, coding, programming. This I
Yes.
don't. So I was my passion was towards starting like BBM, BBA, and then getting into MBA. That is my thought process. But because that element was booming that particular time, I was forced to computer science. Otherwise, they were allowed me to do MBA. So costly that point in time, being from a middle class family also. But somewhere we were able to manage and then got into it. So that way, I was very happy.
Okay. And like you started your career in 2004, 5?
For
4.
yeah.
Okay. At that time, like, how did you get to know about talent acquisition? Because still today, not many people in the college or universities know about recruitment as a career, right? Talent acquisition as a career. They generally know that there is something called HR. And
Hmm.
apart from that, not much awareness about recruitment. And how did you started your journey in recruitment? That too in 2004, which is a long back, right?
Beautiful question. So when in MBA, you know that no, like we understand only the surface level, organization development, HR policies, which we don't relate to practically.
Yes.
Okay, and we don't know what is happening on the business side because we are all students at that point in time. We don't know how organization will work and all that. So I made it a point like I have to work practically to get into HR. Okay, so just by reading and implementing may not work. So I thought recruitment firms will be a right ground for me to play around, understand, learn. Because as a MBA student, you don't know anything. You are zero in HR. So this staffing firm and the recruitment firms will really a ground because they will work for multiple clients. Okay, so morning they will work for manufacturing, evening they will work for IT, then tomorrow they'll work for telecom. There are multi areas to explore. So as an individual, I'm somebody who gets bored immediately and then I keep shifting, innovating. So my area of interest and the industry from a recruitment staffing synced well because every single day there is something new. Okay, so even I worked for textile companies, I worked for poultry companies, which is exciting, like new things to learn every single day. So I started enjoying doing things, and within 6 months to 1 year, the grounding was so much that I was able to talk to anyone. Okay, you're as a recruiter, you have to talk with clients, people, industry, multiple other things. And the biggest blessing is that they only chase you. Okay,
Yes.
so even somebody at a manager level, they are saying, sir, can you give me any job? Can you refer me here? Something that excited me a lot. This is a position where I get a lot of respect. So that excited me a lot. Both the clients and the candidates and everybody will be chasing you. Okay, so the clients want the candidates and candidates wants the job. Okay, so both of them we keep on interacting. So for interaction, I got to learn a lot of things. So that became my grounding, and I enjoyed doing that, and then worked for about 10 years in the whole staffing and recruitment firms itself.
Nice, nice. So since it's been like more than 20 years, like do you still miss working with corporate or you are quite happy that you transitioned completely from corporate and you are working on your own terms now?
Yeah, corporate obviously comes with the limitations of their own pattern of working, but
Yes.
still there are new exploration and innovation is possible because you may not have something creativity which can be included in recruitment. It's a pattern or task list, checklist which you have to keep following. But I am a person who comes with a creativity when multiple challenges and crises. Okay, so in Manipal we had one problem of hiring IT people. So Manipal, as you know, it's a education industry background, and
Yeah.
we were not able to attract the IT candidates. Okay, because they're always looking for, okay, are you doing IT, software, US projects? That is the kind of mindset they had. So since we represent an education company, we said no, we are looking for our own internal team, all that. So that was a crisis happened where we were not able to attract IT candidates during that time, 2014, 15, and all that. So what I made as a framework or blueprint is we will not hire from Bangalore, we will hire from tier two cities like Mysore, Udupi, Coimbatore, and other areas where people are willing to come to Bangalore. Okay, that element worked out better because their primary element is to relocate to Bangalore, not the IT industry or a non-IT industry. Okay, so that creativity worked better, and the organization allowed that creativity, crisis management, so that we were able to do. But in many organizations, there are a lot of limitation. Okay, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. So a lot of limitations. But being a business owner, I have my own terms. Like I'll start working from 11 o'clock. I'll stop working at 2 o'clock, whatever I can do. And I can do experiments. I can play around. Okay, I can meet a lot of people. Flexibility is always there, but you might have a limitation in terms of your monthly credits, monthly bank statements. That is obviously you have to adjust and flexible towards it. But creating an ideal customer profile is crucial when we are getting into a business. So maybe I'll talk about it little later as a
Yeah,
separate
yeah.
thing. I realized like without ideal customer profile, we cannot get into a business. So that area is one learning which I had in last 9 years. Maybe we will discuss that in a separate area. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So, like you mentioned that like you have been in the recruitment industry for almost like 10 years, then you moved to your own coaching kind of business. Like, what was the turning point? Like, what exactly happened that definitely you told that you were looking for a job. But again, to start something, you need lots of courage, lots of thought process because it's not an easy idea, right? There is lots of things dependent on you as well. Like your family is dependent on you, your financial things are dependent on you. So what kind of thought process you had so that you had the bold decision and you have taken and you have moved ahead?
The pain area, if you look at in the job hunt, is majority of them they are chasing the advertised jobs. Okay, and they think whatever is being advertised is the whole job market, and there is nothing beyond that. That's the first unawareness which is happening in the job market, where job seekers think that okay, my job hunt strategy is if I click 10 jobs and apply, my job hunt is over. Okay,
Yeah.
but in reality, it is not there. So as recruiters, you and me, we very well know that we are headhunting people lot of times. Okay, and
Yes,
lot of
yes, yes.
expert candidates, skilled candidates, are not visible when we are hunting for profiles in Naukri and LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because the whatever keywords as recruiters we are using, they are not using. Okay, and it's a very generic term they are using, like I'm a team player, I'm a leadership profile, I'm a hard worker, which we don't use as a keyword. So I understood the gap of a job seeker from a recruiter, that the keyword element is missing here. That is why we are not able to get headhunted and keep on chasing to the advertised job where 500 people have already applied. So obviously, as a candidate, as a job seeker, I start feeling inferior. Okay, I have 15 years experience. I'm keep on applying to jobs. Nobody's calling for me for an interview. It's been 3 months to 6 months. Nobody is calling. So something is wrong with me. So maybe I'll have to do a certificate. I have to do this one. So they're just wondering. It's a blind spot which I wanted to crack first of all, because in the process I was able to develop interviews through Naukri and LinkedIn, because since as a recruiter we know what kind of keywords
Yes,
we
yes,
will be
yes,
using.
yes.
So I thought, okay, this is the problem which every other job seeker are facing from the mid career to leadership. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously, if I work on fixing that issue, many people will get benefited.
Sorry.
That's one area which I figured out. Okay, this pain point has to be fixed. So that's when I started building resume with infographic look and feel, not the regular ones, so that any recruiter who is seeing the profile in laptop should be able to understand the profile value addition in a matter of 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, because especially mid-career to leadership, you will agree to the fact that it is going to various laptops without our presence. Okay,
Yes,
number one. Number two, CXO, VP, board of directors, these people may not read everything. Okay,
yes,
they need a snapshot based information which the candidates are not able to articulate their best points itself. Okay, so since I'm a recruiter, I was able to understand this gap, and when we are counseling, we digged out a lot of information, and then put it in an articulated way and infographical way, which clicked very successfully for many job seekers. So that was my catch point. This is working well. Let me continue this. The same vertical. That's one understanding which I had when I started this business.
Okay. So when you transition into, right, did you had the clarity कि वो यही करना है, you wanted to do this only, or you pivoted into multiple different things and then realized, hey, there is a gap and I should try this. And then you started building your verticals accordingly. Because many of time as a professional, right, we see it in a either white or black kind of thing. We don't think about there is something called gray as well, right? So kind of the reason why I'm asking you this question, going through the same transition now. It's been just 2 months for me, and there will be definitely many of them who are transitioning from their professional journey to their own entrepreneurial journey. So, how to pivot, how to have the clarity in mind, how to define what you wanted to do, right? Because there will be lots of ideas, but you can't experiment everything.
It's a very good question. See, we'll have to understand the customer psychology and customer pain points first of all. Okay. So, if you have to monetize something, you should reduce their time, cost, and effort which they are spending. First thing.
Okay.
And confidence without no confidence.
Yeah.
Okay. So, clarity in terms of who is my client, ideal customer profile. This is what I've been repeatedly educate my business clients. Okay. Because
Mm-hmm.
many people start the business without knowing who is my client. That is the biggest
Okay.
pain area. So first thing is creating a buyer persona blueprint. Okay, you'll have to
Mm-hmm.
literally write who is my customer, designation, the geography they belong to, what are the pain points, what is their buying pattern, and where are they spending time. This is a blueprint which we educate to our business owners client.
Okay.
Once that is defined, then it is easy to crack. It is only reach out which we are doing the next time. But if you don't even know who is your customer, then you will be randomly wasting your time in different areas.
Yes.
Because see, a lot of people join business networking forums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there are a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
communities which is popping up as a business networking. Okay, you join this membership, that membership. People join, but see, that is the area where you have to explore if you don't know the customer. Okay, because you meet 10 different people and you show 10 or product to 10 different people, and you know the feed based on the feedback, you will understand who is my right client. Okay, who is fastly responding. Okay,
Yes.
so for the business, what I would suggest is if you don't know who is your customer, pick up 100 people and show your product to 100 people and see what is the speed in which they are reacting to it and who is
Okay.
onboarding, who is asking a lot of questions to you. That is your
Okay.
customer, ideal customer.
Okay.
Then let's say 100 people you're meeting, 10 people is showing interest. Okay, they're asking more question. Okay, what to do with this? Solve my problem. All that they're asking. That is the 10 people you have to shortlist and move towards the next level of interaction, wherein you have to convert to monetization.
Yes.
Okay. But many people, founders and startup, they keep on joining multiple membership where they say, okay, I don't have any business, all that, which will obviously happen because you don't even know who is your customer. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so
Yes.
once you pick up that, ICP creation and buyer persona creation is mandatory for any founder. Okay. Otherwise, you are randomly throwing your investment of time, money, everything in a way, and you feel okay, market is not responding. Now nobody is paying. All that complaints is bound to happen because the problem is we have not created who is my client.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. See, I'll tell you a simple example. I'll make it short. Okay. We are having coffee in bakery.
Yeah.
How much rupees it is?
100, 200, 300.
No, ordinary bakery, local bakery.
Already नहीं तो 10, 20 rupees
10,
also like
20
that.
rupees, 15 rupees, 20 rupees
Yeah. Yeah.
maximum,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Same coffee are we having at airport?
No. Coffee wise, yes. But
Coffee
again,
wise,
like,
yes.
yeah.
What is the cost of coffee in airport? 200, 300. Okay. Why there is a difference?
Because
Because,
of the ambience might be, the experience might be.
correct. He knows whom to sell for 200 rupees and he knows whom to sell for 15 rupees. So they have defined that, okay, I'll be working only for politician, only for actors who have problem. Okay. But the regular advocates, they say, okay, I work for this problem, that problem. So they will obviously get a low key profiles where they will not monetize their value. So this applicable for every product and every service where we should only create and discover the right client who's ready to pay more for you.
Nice example. Understanding the pain point is definitely important, right? Great. So moving to our next question, GS. So you have helped near about like 1,000 plus professionals. What is one of the success stories that stayed with you for a long time.
Two stories I can share. One is a country head for 25 years of experience. He lost his job in Africa and he wanted to get into another role wherein he came to us and asked, okay, this is my background. Can you help us? Okay. And we were also a little skeptical because he crossed 25 years of experience. He was already like 50 plus or something, all that. So skeptically we accepted and said, okay, say maximum effort we will put. We cannot guarantee because the age and other things may matter a lot to the market and all that. But he agreed and paid and all that has been done. Within 30 days, I got a call from him stating that I got a job. Okay. So a Hyderabad based company, pharma company, has offered a country head position to manage the pan India, and one more country has been given. So that was a surprise factor for me because the whatever implementation we are doing for regular people, the same implementation we have done. But he was very active in attending interviews and giving cracking, all that particular company is a new company, like new company in the sense 5-year-old company, pharma company, which wanted to expand. For that, they wanted a VP or a chief, something like that. But since he went as a country head, having got experience with these kind of things, they headhunted and then found this guy and then interviewed them and onboarded them very immediately. So that was a happy moment for me. That's one. Second thing is one lady in 2021 approached me. She already had 3 years gap. I mean, 3 years career break after marriage, all that. So she came to me and she was like a technical process, something a technical background analyst kind of a profile, but she want to get into a data analyst kind of a profile, business analyst kind of a profile. So we worked on rebranding the whole story because her current resume, there is no mentioning about career break or anything related to business analyst, nothing. So we reworked with the keywords, LinkedIn profile, rebranded the resume, everything, and she got a senior analyst role in Accenture. So which was very happy moment for me. Yeah.
Great. So one thing which I wanted to know from you is like back then when you left your professional journey, you mentioned that there was a tough time in terms of finding jobs. If we compare now, when there are lots of people available in the market who are not able to find jobs, right?
Mm.
So if we compare both the scenario, it's almost the same. What do you think? What is broken in today's recruitment practice altogether, and how can we fix it? Right? Because 10 years back also it was the same problem, even now also it is the same problem. We have lots of talent available, but we are still complaining that we are not able to hire the right person. So
Yeah.
what's your point take on that?
Very valid question. See, right now, from the recruiter's side, I'm speaking right now. Okay. So when a JD is coming from a hiring manager, a lot of recruiters are not able to decode what is the expectation and intention of the hiring manager. Okay. So they just go beyond the ABC checklist of the JD and start hunting with the available words which is mentioned in the JD through Naukri or WhatsApp circulation, LinkedIn. These are all the places where people will be looking for candidates. Okay, that itself I'll take 3 hours. After that only I'll go for X-ray search, Boolean search, all that. Okay, 3 hours dedicatedly how to break the JD into multiple parts and what to look for in a candidate. That's the first thing. Okay, they are still selling their past responsibilities, which I don't want. So I'm hiring someone who made success in my pain point. So because as you know, like 10 years, 15 years when we cross, we could have accumulated a lot of appreciations, awards, a lot of social proof. It is all available, but we are not showcasing that on LinkedIn. A typical Indian is very shy. They are not showcasing anything. Okay.
Yes.
But LinkedIn is a place where you have to show your professional work, what you have done, what your passion towards it. Okay. Then only I will see that you are an expert. No, otherwise, how do I know without you meeting? Do I know that this person is an expert? So social proofing is missing. Okay. So let's say you are a Java developer, okay, and you are mentioning a Java developer in your resume without anything. How do I believe that you are a Java developer? So now
Right.
you are producing Sun Java certification. Then I'll believe, okay, he got a Sun Java certification. Now coming to HR or sales, what is your proof that you have done success rate in the past? Okay, you cannot provide an IT certificate for that. You have to provide your success rate. Okay, where is the
Agree.
success rate? This articulation is not happening from the candidate side, and repositioning and rebranding is mandatory at this juncture because we are sitting in T5 where people not go with your wordings because ChatGPT within 2 minutes it will create any content for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
but
yeah.
do you have a proof to justify that? That's element is
Agree.
missing. So two sides there is a huge gap. One, recruiter decoding is not happening. and candidates repositioning is not happening. This is my understanding.
Actually broken the problem, I would say. So for our audience, if you're a recruiter or if you're a job seeker, so definitely to hear what Jays have told you. If you're looking out for a change, you might need to think a little bit more what you have done in your past, right? Definitely you have to rebrand yourself, you have to reposition yourself, plus you have to get the social proof in place like LinkedIn and other places as well, right? And I totally agree with you for the recruiter part as well. Being a recruiter myself, lots of the recruiter don't even ask question to the hiring manager, right? They just get the job description and they just jump on the work without asking why it is required, why it is not required. Do you exactly need all the things in the job description? For an hiring manager, he can order lots of, for an example, he can go to a restaurant and he can order a plate of thali.
To your point, the intention of hiring manager we don't understand as a recruiter.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
See,
yes.
one major crisis what happened in Wipro is we got a JD for hiring a head of projects kind of a profile. Okay. So we thought, okay, head of projects construction means I can pull out somebody from all the major Shobha developers and all those people, and we sent. But the hiring manager was completely rejecting one by one. We were wondering like why we are giving best profiles from Shobha developers, Prestige, all that. It is rejecting. Then I sat with the hiring manager and he revealed, okay, I want somebody who has built inbuilt infrastructure in IT based companies, which was not captured in the JD. Okay. So then I figured out poaching clients like TCS, Infosys, Dell. These are the companies who are building inbuilt infrastructure. Okay, wherein people who build commercial buildings, office buildings, those are the right people to poach for. But this element was not captured in JD. So obviously you'll send a wrong profiles. So as
Yeah.
you rightly said, questioning the intention of the hiring managers is super mandatory, and meeting the hiring manager is also super mandatory so that you
Yes,
get to know
yes,
the
yes.
intention. Otherwise you will submit wrong profiles only.
Agree, 100%. Great. So moving to our next question, you have also mentioned in a previous discussion that there has been lots of hidden job as well in the market, right? But generally people are not aware of, right? They just look for whatever jobs are posted and all, right? So how can a recruiter can tap into a space to find a great talent? Right, even for candidates also, right? Let's say if they wanted to apply for a good job, like, or find a good job where they can join, go and join, if they just keep on applying to the posted job, they might not find one, right? So what is your take on that? Like, what are the different strategy the recruiter or the candidate should take, because you have been in both the journey, right, in both the places?
So from a recruiter's point of view, I'm hiring one of the experts, correct, for my organization.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I will
yeah.
be looking for an expert who has showcased his work experience or showing his face in multiple platforms or showcasing his work on multiple platforms. These are the areas I will be believing that he is an expert. वो दिखता है, वो बिकता है, right? So obviously, whoever is showcasing will come into my first surface level of LinkedIn. That means you have to be consistently posting content on your own domain.
Okay.
From a candidate side, if you are good at software testing, what are the projects you're working? What are the problems you faced? Okay, what all case studies you have done? Everything you have to post on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when I will be looking, when I will be believe somebody is a leader, is somebody who will be answering to various questions. That means Quora. Okay, Quora is a place where a lot of people asking question, and as a thought leader, as a subject matter expert, I will be answering to multiple questions. So then I'll start believing that you are an expert who's providing answers to pain points. Okay, so you have
Yes. Yeah.
a professional rather than watching entertainment. Okay, because these are all freely. See, you know very well that when we are going for a background verification, we will search the candidate's name on Google. Okay, and what comes first is LinkedIn profile.
Yes.
Okay, second YouTube videos. Okay, then Instagram, Facebook, and it goes. Okay, so obviously your investment of time should be more on LinkedIn because it's a professional place and that you can open on your office itself and work upon. So you'll have to capitalize that space which easily available. Second, if you are good at creating videos or podcasting anything, show your face. Okay, then only I will understand that you are existing. No, otherwise how do I know that you are an expert and you are available for work, all that. Okay, obviously newsletters. These are all available. LinkedIn newsletter is free of cost. You don't have to create a blog posting separately. So create a newsletter. Now you can't even say I don't know how to write with the chat GPT and Grok and other thing. You can't say I cannot write. Okay, it
Yes.
is your input. If you are giving, it will create a good LinkedIn post, good Instagram post, good newsletter. It will be giving in 2 minutes. Then what is stopping you? Okay. So from the candidate side, it is showcasing that is matters a lot. So showcase yourself on a daily basis and consistently so that and showcase for one particular subject, not multiple things.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are a software tester, show everything towards software testing so that when I'm searching for a software tester, your content comes first.
Yes.
Okay. Now, from the recruiter side, we are hunting experts at a multiple level because our KPI depends on how much
Yeah. Yes. 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 Big problem. Okay.
a lot in terms of weekends, Saturday, Sunday, go and meet people. Okay.
Yes.
So you will get an enlarged pool of candidates and unique candidates who will not have access to these kind of candidates. Okay. So little bit extra bandwidth if you spend, then you will be more successful comparing to the regular people.
Agree. Great. So I have picked two very interesting things. One is like content creation or personal branding, right? Which I think is one of the very hot topic. And if you see, lots of popular people are already doing, in spite of they being popular, they're also coming to LinkedIn and other places so that they have their own brand created in those platforms as well, right? For example, Sunil Shetty, right? So for him to stay in LinkedIn, it's not required. He's anyways popular, but why he's putting his content regularly? So definitely there should be something, right? Which is good about LinkedIn, which is good about building the trust, building personal brand, right? So probably like what JS have spoken, it's very important for the candidates or anyone who want to become popular, right? To start writing at least, right? And other thing is like networking is also another hot topic, right? People say that I don't have connections, I don't know people, but there are opportunity. People say keep complaining that I don't find jobs and other things, but how much effort you are putting, right? If you don't put some extra effort, you will get the same result, right? How much effort you will putting, you will be getting the similar result. So if you put extra effort, you will get extra result. Great. Definitely, those are very important in today's world. Personal branding is definitely very important. Even if you are a candidate or if you are just a content writer, those can give you more value in terms of your branding plus monetary as well. Because gig economy is also like going double, triple. You can say right these days. Lots of people are just doing gig work and generating lakhs of rupees without any professional work as well, but still they are much better than a normal work, right? So there are opportunity. It's just that we have to find those opportunity.
One clue I got from your Sunil Shetty example, I will give a little articulation towards personal branding because personal
Yeah.
branding is something maybe misunderstood by a lot of people. So for me, for to the market, okay. So you cannot go with the same, okay, I'm a talent acquisition guy, I'm starting a new business. That may not work. Okay.
Yes.
Now you have to rework on your positioning so that you to the market, not only the ICP you are speaking, beyond ICP also you are speaking that I am somebody who's into this particular space. Okay. So tomorrow when somebody who's not even a customer, he will tell you, you know what, I know somebody who's a profila who's running this community. He has built an AI model like this. Okay. That is called positioning and personal branding because you have a specific niche and specific content to position yourself
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
actor only. Okay, actor Sunil Shetty did this. Actor Sunil Shetty visited this particular movie. Only that. But if he has to talk about him that I am into this business, I'm doing CSR activities and all that, where he can do the outsourcing. That's the reason he has come to LinkedIn and positioning himself, repositioning himself, I would say.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's called personal branding.
So definitely those are some of the very useful tips, things which GSF talked, spoke about. Apart from that, you also mentioned about LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is one of the very powerful and popular platform, I would say. Right. So you mentioned that like when we search for thing, LinkedIn is one of we'll see in Google search. Secondly, you also mentioned that lots of business people are also available in the LinkedIn, right? So what can you also, as a LinkedIn coach, as a LinkedIn mentor, Can you also tell us what kind of capabilities LinkedIn have and what kind of things people are not using right now? Because you have been mentoring, coaching lots of people across India, right? So, what is the gap you are seeing in Indian folks currently?
LinkedIn is a platform where it has been misunderstood and underutilized, I would say.
Okay,
Okay. Because a lot of business owners, when I started interacting, they felt like, okay, LinkedIn is only for job portal. No, I'm not looking for a jobs. That was the answer I got
okay,
during my
okay,
initial
okay.
stages of getting into business kind of a clients for LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm,
So then I have to educate, you know what, all these people are available. Your international client are sitting there and searching for you and you are not available.
mm-hmm.
That's what I said to the MSME and startups.
Yes.
Okay. So the beauty of LinkedIn is your client is searching for your expertise. Okay. It's a searchable platform. It's a discovery platform.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Maximum, yeah.
US and UK, Australia, you will get
Like,
in
let's say
dollars.
if yeah, let's say if the number is same also, it will be coming in dollar, right?
Dollars.
It definitely increase the value.
Yeah. So I treat this as my global office, not Bangalore office.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So
okay,
this is my online global office where it is running 24 bar 7, where I'm getting requests for training, requests for LinkedIn resume, interview coaching, career coaching worldwide. That's
okay,
how I optimize the profile so that I attract the right clients who are ready to pay for that coaching or interview programs or whatever programs which I'm doing. Okay. So you have to think that it is not a profile page to fill like Naukri or Facebook or something and leave it as it is. Treat that as a as your global platform, go-to platform to get business out of India also. Especially if you are
okay,
starting newly or a startup or already running a business, expand your base, expand your product and services globally. Okay.
okay.
Because as a business owner, right now you know who's your client, what are the services you are selling, all that you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
now enlarge beyond India and sell your products to the same customer. No,
Okay.
what is stopping
Just
you?
just to give you an example, let's say you can take my example.
Hmm.
I have recently started into recruitment consulting,
Hmm.
right? So how should I use to attract the global customer, not only the Indian customer?
Hmm.
Definitely I have my LinkedIn. What better I can do?
Okay. So first thing is like showing your face is something which is already you're doing, but are you accumulating the international clients to as your followers? That's the first thing. I'll tell you very simple example. When we are creating a WhatsApp group, what we do, we create, we accumulate the like-minded people first.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. When you started WhatsApp, what created a family group? Okay, my sister,
yeah,
my brother, this, that. So beyond that, you are not going because you're curating a WhatsApp group.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then you extended, okay, office. Now I am a recruiter, you are running a lot of WhatsApp group. Okay. You're curating like-minded people as a community so that whatever you are speaking is resonating with them. Correct.
Okay.
If you are talking about ATS, if you are talking about hiring, people will respond because they understand your language.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Let's say if I am recruiter is combined with freshers, manufacturer, IT, founders, recruiters, salespeople, what happens? Okay. Hey,
More,
different people will post different things.
yeah. The value will be not there. Yeah. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, okay. And to accumulate how to, okay, okay, okay.
You accumulated people in your WhatsApp group. Same
By
model.
networks and
You filtered certain people and then curated one WhatsApp group which can resonate everybody.
yes,
So go beyond same model only, but we are not thinking like WhatsApp group. That's the problem. Okay, we think LinkedIn is a different way, and we are not. Say whatever we did in WhatsApp group is same thing. Okay, accumulate those 100 people first of all, whomever you want to work. Okay, and try to nurture them. Okay,
sure.
give a lot of value in newsletter in things because LinkedIn is consist of full of knowledge seekers, matured and professionals. Okay, they are not here for sales and other things. They are here for knowledge seeking. Okay,
Yes,
so give them that knowledge, value based knowledge, all that, so that they start following. There's Profula who's posting a lot of recruitment related stuff. Let me follow. Okay,
ag-
so then once you accumulate it, then you start initiating some new product, new launch of product, new way of doing, then automatically you'll get business out of it.
agree, agree. And as a trainer, as a founder, right? And what is one tip you would love to give to any of the startups, any of the founders, or any of the recruiters on the LinkedIn? You already, okay, yes, 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 agree.
Okay.
Yeah,
But if I say, okay, I have worked for e-commerce based projects with small business owners, then you are curating only small business owners who need that service. Okay. So clear cut communication, not generalistic. I'm an enthusiast. What is enthusiastic? I'm an AI enthusiastic. I'm an expert in this. How do I believe that you're an expert? Okay. I'm a HR specialist. I'm a HR go-to person. How do I know? If you say I'm a HR specialist working on a telecom company, working on this particular project, all these things, then I'll have a clear articulation of what you're doing. And tomorrow, if somebody is asking, do you know somebody HR in telecom? I can immediately refer because you have
Yeah.
educated me. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this entire piece is missing both from the founders of business and job seekers on generic statements rather than articulated statements. Okay. So you go to my LinkedIn profile and tell me whether have educated you on my customer or not. For all the audience, I'm just asking, go to my LinkedIn profile, GS Kumar, read my banner, this one, what you call LinkedIn headline, about me section, all that, and tell me what I'm doing. Okay, that in the comment section, you can put it in the later part of it. So same way, you have to educate your audience or educate your potential recruiter on what you are capable of and who's the customer you are serving, what success rate you have given. Okay, because before meeting me, you have clearly given an articulation, context, and all that. Okay, 9,000 job seekers he has served, these, that. Did I told you?
Yeah, agree. Great. One relatable question for you is like you have been in the industry. Like, how do you get your clients? Is it only from LinkedIn or is it from multiple different sources? And what percentage of business you are getting from LinkedIn?
70 to 80% I get from LinkedIn because I spend a lot of time on
That is a
LinkedIn.
huge number, right? 70-80% huge number.
Every single day, if you look at my DMs, 8 to 10, 15 clients I get from DMs only.
Okay. And how do you verify or validate which is the right client? And do you filter, do you go through some kind of screening process as well? Because the reason I'm asking you this question is again, like there are many people who might be flooded after your tips. They updated their profile, they're getting lots of DM, they're getting lots of message, but sometimes some might be noise as well, right? Which you need to know how to filter it out.
Mm-hmm.
So process you use there.
No, the biggest advantage of LinkedIn is you get matured audience, not random people like
Okay.
Instagram and
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
They already know
Okay.
what is the problem. See, we have a structure of customer psychology. So start from unaware customer, unaware,
Okay.
problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. This is the customer psychology of any product or service or coaching business. So I'll put the website e-commerce developer and then start explaining. He will ask 100 questions, or he will not even ask one single question because he don't even know that such things are
Yes.
aware.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the majority of mistakes what founders are
Yes. Okay. That is a huge cycle, right? 1 year is a huge, long cycle to review. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
cost effectiveness, the customer support. These are the areas which we have to answer. We don't have to create awareness for them.
Yes.
Okay. So your conversion cycle will be only 7 days. Okay. Now these are the customers I'm meeting on LinkedIn where they already know the interview is very important, resume is important, LinkedIn is important. Okay. Now with that idea they are coming. Now I just have to show my costing, deliverables, solution, whatever it is, just converting. Typically it takes 3 to 7 days to close one client.
Nice. At least 7 days is a good time, right?
Good time. Yeah. Because they're already prepared, already know what is the problem,
Yes.
and they are
Yes.
seeking for
Yes. Yes.
solutions, and they are only approaching us. Okay. That means they are ready to buy. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we just
Yeah.
have to give a clarity on what this journey looks like for them. Okay. That they want to understand. For that, they will only book a call,
Okay.
paid call. Again, okay, then I will do a discovery to understand their pain point and I'll give a personalized solution and then they take up a package on whatever needs they have. That is how it works. So, because of LinkedIn blessing, I avoid all the irrelevant customers, unaware customers, and I don't waste time. Okay. Because I understood from a pain point reaching out to the MSMEs where they were doing digital business networking, and I have to teach from scratch what is LinkedIn, how LinkedIn, and I understood like 6 months to 1 year only that client got converted.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So still a lot of people are coming, but I'll be very much filtering because if they have to attract international clients, their product should be strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So for founders and business owners, if you're watching it, definitely you have.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Great. So I think we are almost out of time, but with interest of time, I still have couple of question. Last two question, GS. So you have recently started your own podcast as well, right? And what inspired you to start sharing on job stock? Like why you did that, coach? What made you feel that it's important doing these things? If you can
You,
quickly highlight and share your thoughts.
you will laugh at this answer. It is because of AI. Why AI, you should ask, is because I want to show my original intelligence. Because all along I was publishing newsletter, LinkedIn post, which is all text-based information.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
But
yes.
people should know who is GS Kumar, what is he's doing, whether he's really capable or not. How do I prove it? Okay.
Yeah,
So for
yeah,
that, I have
yeah.
started my own LinkedIn Live, wherein I wanted to make it like a knowledge based video session where I invite professionals like you, HR people who are handling day in, day out the job related stuff. And I wanted to give the pain point based solution.
Okay.
Okay. So mine is kind of a round table kind of a model where I invert speakers and talk about one topic in multi dimensions. Okay. So that it becomes a solution for my audience. Because about close to 40,000 followers are there in my personal profile, company pages, and multiple pages. So I want to educate my audience who have been following for a very long time. And beyond newsletter, I want to educate them on a lively basis with a authentic content. Okay, it is not something scripted and all that. Like let's say if I ask you something, you will be talking from your hands-on experience dealing with that problem.
Yes,
Okay, now that authenticated practical input I want to give to my audience rather than some blogs and other things. Second thing, I want to give a lot of promises, hopes, trust among the job market rather than gossiping, okay, layoff, job cuts, and multiple things. Beyond this layoff, there are a lot of opportunities which many people are not even aware. Okay. And job seekers, you also know the fact that you think HR is an alien. Okay, I have to create some ATS resume, this impression, the how to write an email to an HR. They think you are completely in a different island. Okay, I want to make it like okay, HR is something they are expecting some authenticated information from you. So that element I want from the mouth of HR, CHROs, HR
yes,
directors. Okay, so that my audience will whatever I was doing, it is like complete artificial template based information. Rather, moving directly will work better.
yes.
Okay, so because of AI, I have to show my original intelligence. As simple as that.
Yes. Great. So, one last piece of advice you would love to give to our job seekers out there who are still looking out for jobs, plus any new business owners like me, what kind of different platform, how to grow their business, any tips, mentor as a coach in different platforms. GS, over to you. Yes,
Conversation. Okay. But since Ullah already know what he is doing, already have done a lot of podcasts, it is immediately happening. Okay.
yes,
So networking is super mandatory, both offline and online, which you have to be consistent on LinkedIn, on good networking platforms. Okay. Meet people without any agenda, without any intention of, I have to use this person, I have to sell my product, all that. Just meet casually, get to know them. Okay, in a year have a target of meeting at least 100 people newly. Okay, then only your followers can increase in your LinkedIn, Facebook, and other things. No, see, because business may not run only because of Facebook and Instagram. Business runs because of your LinkedIn profile. Okay, how much professional people are there in your followers base depends on that particular area
yes, yeah,
behind sales and operation facilitation, all that. Are you someone, can you bring new element, new innovation, new blood to the business? That's what I'm looking at. Okay, for that, do you have a social proof? If you have joined in a network, are you mentioning that in your resume and LinkedIn? Okay, how many people in your community mentioned I'm a member of, I'm a recruiter? You tell me that.
no idea.
Then how do other people know that you're part of a good networking team?
Yes,
Right, it's your plus point. No, being a member of a networking event is a plus point that talks about your networking face value, how many people you know, all that. Okay, tomorrow if
yes,
somebody is asking, okay sir, I know a network of community who has full of thousands of recruiters where I can get help from those people, that's a plus point in an interview.
agree.
Correct. This is missing. Membership of various networking platform is huge missing. We usually suggest this to leadership profile when we are rebuilding their profile, because they sell their past responsibilities, but we do value addition in their profile by adding membership, certifications, and tools and other things they have used. Okay, so you have to understand the fact that your first audience of your resume is a common man who is looking at your profile. Okay, he may not know Eclipse, he may not know Selenium. Okay, so
Yes,
why is it you're making things very complicated? Okay, and your resume is going to recruiter, hiring manager, and employer. Three different dimensions. So without your personal interaction, your resume has to convince all these three in an online laptop format. Spend time reading your profile and see how much time it is consuming in the online platform. Business owners definitely networking, but after networking, create your ideal customer profile. Okay,
Okay.
networking doesn't mean okay, 1,000 people I have met, I can sell all 1,000 people. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Okay, it's a filtering process which you have to make, that who is my right customer who's asking more question, gradually coming to me, and I have more interaction, more common elements to them. That is your ideal customer profile, where you have to create a blueprint. Ideal customer profile is one where you have to literally write one by one. Second is buyer persona, their pattern, their psychology, where are they available, okay, what is the cost they will spend, everything you have to write and keep it. Once that is done, then only you have to start accumulating those people in your LinkedIn. Okay, if you don't know who is your ideal customer and buyer persona, how will you accumulate right people, right followers on LinkedIn? Okay, let's say you know only CTO is your right customer selling your IT product. But if you are accumulating multiple people by doing multiple things, like somebody is a motivator, somebody is a life coach, somebody is a manufacturer, what is the point? Then you will complain, okay, LinkedIn is not working.
Yeah.
Okay. First question is, do you have the right set of people who are aware about the product? Are those people are there in your followers list or not? That's the checklist you have to do as a business owner. If not, accumulate those people.
Okay.
3 months, 6 months, invest time and accumulate 100 people. Then you start pitching your product. Then it will work because they know the service requirement and all that.
Great. Nice discussion. Yes, it was definitely an eye-opening session for lots of job seekers, plus lots of new startup owner like me. So feel free to reach out to JS as well as request all the people to go through the whole podcast video. We are pretty sure that at least some percentage of the video you can relate with yourself, and at least you can grow your audience or your target customers as well, right? And moreover, if you need more help, GS is already there. He's available in the LinkedIn and he loves to connect with people and he is very friendly. And if you feel free to reach out to him, and yeah, with this, thank you, GS. It was an interesting discussion, and I personally liked it. And looking forward for more such discussion in future. Once again, thank you so much.
I'm so grateful that you have invited me as a guest in your greatest broadcast. I feel like a celebrity when I came in your podcast because I've seen a lot of people, great profile, they have came as a guest and then interacted with you. So being part of this great hosting community is it's very privileged and honored to be part of one. And you put across various questions, triggered me a lot of answers me as well. So I'm very honored and very thankful, and all the very best for your new venture and the community which you are building.
Thanks, JS.